Good morning, everybody. It has been a couple of weeks since we've done a PHEV video. Temperatures have been cold in February. I've been sick, so we just haven't done a video. I want to hook up the Watchdog today and check the battery status and talk about the battery a little bit. Then we're going to go for a drive, and let's get into this and do a February PHEV update. We are at 18,000 kilometers on my vehicle here. I've done 265 kilometers in electric for the month of February and used 75 kilowatt hours. My average for February with fuel, 5.6 liters per 100 kilometers. And it has been very cold here in Northern Ontario. I do have everything graphed out for you guys in Excel sheets. We're not going to look at that right now. I know, disappointing. What I do want to do for you guys eventually, after we get about 4 or 5 months coming from January into spring, I want to graph weather, temperature with kilowatt hour usage, and we should see an exact opposite. So the lower the temperature, the higher the kilowatt hour usage. I'm already seeing that from looking at the data, but I think if we make that into a simple graph, you guys you're just going to go, wow. Temperature drives your fuel economy here in the north, especially where we have such fluctuations. We're going down to minus 30 degrees Celsius here in January and February, and it's your heater that's going to suck all of your energy out of these vehicles. And we can show that I have every day. What you have to do is reset your tripometer every day, guys. If you're going to be like this and collect this data, every time I get in this car, I have to reset it and track everything. So it's very time consuming, but we're going to make some simple graphs and talk about those in the near future. So here's the dog on a fresh charge, showing 91.1% state of health. So we are down 9% here, 34.6 amp hours maximum. I don't know why this only charges to 96.2%. I just unplugged it. I don't understand that, but anyway, we're only getting to 96.2%, 33.3 amp hours, and down here at the bottom, it's showing battery capacity change detected, plus 3.46 amp hours, minus 0.1 amp hours again. So every couple of weeks, we're dropping 0.1 amp hours. So when did we lose this 0.1 amp hours? If we go back through our trips, and we look at the 5th of February, so 10 days ago, here we had 33.6. So over the course of 10 days, we've lost 0.1 amp hours. And that seems pretty standard in my vehicle here. Every 10 days or so, yep. Now, I didn't plug the dog in for 10 days, so was it 7 days that we lost that? Was it 6 days? I don't know. But if we just do a quick calculation, 0.1 every 10 days, that means that every month we're losing 0.3, or almost a third, of an amp hour per month. That does concern me. I want to reiterate my position on the battery. You guys may look at this completely different. This is just how I feel about the battery in this car. As long as I'm getting the 35 kilometers that I was promised on purchase, I don't find it's that big of a deal. We know that in the winter, with the heat on, I'm only getting 23, 24, 25, somewhere in that range. I understand that, and that's the conditions of living here in the north. So I accept that as well. So, but on a normal charge, without running the heat, if I can still get my 35 kilometers, I'm not going to worry or complain about my battery. I'm also due for battery reconditioning at 24,000 kilometers. It was part of what they told me. The car has to come in and they do their thing at 24,000 kilometers. I was told that when I bought the car, and so I know that's part of the maintenance, and we'll see what happens to the battery after they do that. We're only at 18,000 right now, so that won't be done probably until the beginning of summer. Am I a little surprised that the battery is down almost 10% and we're not even a year into ownership? Yeah, actually I am. I figured I'd be somewhere around 5 or 6%. With the lithium battery, there's a curve. You know, when you first start using these things, they come down, but they level off. So far, I'm not seeing a leveling off in my battery, and I believe through all the research, hundreds of hours we've spent online, forums, talking to everybody, that it's a software issue. So hopefully Mitsubishi gets this straightened out, and because if not, by the end of the second year, if we keep going at the rate I'm going at, I'm going to be down, 18, to 20% on this battery. And that's not cool. At that point, yeah, I'm going to be concerned. But until we get there, like I say, as long as I'm getting my 35 kilometers, that's my bar. That's where I'm not going to worry. There's a look at the new sled, guys. I've also started on the channel. We're going to do a review of that bad boy over the next couple of months. So if you're into sledding or just enjoy my videos, that's another thing on the channel we're doing now. Nothing like plugging your own work, eh? So all I can say about the battery is don't let it worry you guys. Just get in and drive. Enjoy the free electric driving as much as you can, and don't worry or stress about it too much. Like I've said before, we have a 10-year warranty on the batteries. I don't know how Mitsubishi is going to react, or what kind of customer service we're going to get. But from what I've seen, the other guys were taken care of that had issues. So we just have to assume the best. So get in and drive it and enjoy your vehicle, whether it's new, used, whatever. That's all I can say is don't stress out about it. Just enjoy that you're doing your part for the planet. So today we're heading across town. I got to get some supplies, working on the trailer for the new snow machine. And I'm going to go through town. As always, I've said before, we could take the highway, but I change my routes to get the most out of electric. And that means, 50 kilometers through town, I'm going to go there and back, probably on electric. If I were to jump on the highway and use heat, we probably wouldn't make it home. It's probably, 25 kilometers there and back, so. And in other news, I have been contacted by Andy from EV Unplugged Australia, and he thinks it would be a good idea that him and I do some live streaming together, because complete opposite ends of the planet, complete opposite temperature ranges that we're running our vehicles in, and two very knowledgeable guys that have recorded a lot of data on their vehicles, and he thinks it would be a fantastic idea for us to work together and live stream for you guys. So you guys let me know what you think about that. I don't know that I would be great at a live stream situation, but we could give it a go if that's something you guys want to see. So, and Andy says sometimes I'm funny, so Andy's going to be shirtless and I'm going to be wearing a parka. So just to show you guys, on days like today where it's minus 10 degrees Celsius, it's not that cold out, I'll drive quite a ways with no heat on. And then if the windows start fogging up or if I get chilly, I'll turn the heat on. But watch, I mean, most of you know this, but I'm still getting messages and private messages saying how surprised people are. The gasometer is showing 27 kilometers right now with no heat on, but watch what happens. As soon as you turn the heat on, we go down to 18 kilometers. That shouldn't be a surprise. That is the amount of energy the heater is going to use to heat the cabin. So I'll turn it on for 30-40 seconds, get a bit of heat flowing, and then I shut it off again. And that way I maximize my range. I guess it's snow removal day in the city today. We got 4 lanes down to 2 here, but that's good. That's good though, because what happens here is during the course of the winter, the 4 lanes actually becomes 3. So you lose a half a lane on each outside, and then the cars are almost, skimming into each other as they're passing and whatnot. So, and that is the first time in 4 years that I've seen that since we moved home. My wife and I have been complaining about the rural cities, moving from a bigger city back home. You don't see that, and we drive all winter with these lanes half closed in, and it's kind of scary driving up here. It can be anyway. A lot of you guys watching the channel are from these little rural Northern Ontario towns. You know what I'm talking about. The new sled is helping put my fuel usage in this car into perspective as well. I spent a day the other day towing kids through the forest on a little trail that we made for Family Day, and I burnt 14 liters of fuel in 6 hours in the new sled. Well, I could do that in 3 weeks in the car. So that keeps things in perspective too, right? 3 weeks in a great big SUV to burn the same amount of fuel I burnt in 6 hours in a sled. So I also had another viewer comment that they were 18 movies into the series done, and they were asking me about specific tests and things, and they said it was a really large commitment for them to watch the other 33 movies. And to that I say, if you think watching the movies is a large commitment, try making the movies. So the answers are there, guys. You just have to watch the videos. The other question I want to answer online, because I've had a couple people in the last week here ask me, Do you let the dealer know that you're tracking your drop in battery status and that you're worried or concerned about it? Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. Make the dealer aware of your expectation, that you're watching it, and, you know, share data with them. Offer to give them whatever you're tracking, your results. Every 10 days, my car drops 0.1 amp hours. I'm concerned about this, you know, at this point. When are we going to do something about it, and etc. Work something out with your dealer. You have to be open and have a dialogue with them. You can't just spring on them and say, hey, this is at a certain level and this isn't acceptable, and I'm, you know, and be outraged and all that. Things will go much smoother if you have a dialogue with them over the course leading up to a certain point. And they, you know, they want to help you and work with you. If you surprise them, then it's a lot harder to get things done if you just out of the blue come in ranting and raving. And it's much easier on both parties if everyone is aware that there is an issue and set a plan to deal with that issue. All right, 34.5 kilometers. Nothing left on the gasometer, but we did just make it home. And that was 100% EV. And with heat off and on, just cycling a little bit here and there, we hit 20.1 kilowatt hours. And the beauty of this system is that now that we're home, I plug the car in, charge it again, and I've got to go out tonight and do another 25 kilometers, take the kids to the Y in our usual routine. So twice a day, if you can do that, guys, there's nothing wrong with 50 almost free kilometers a day. So this video is just to let you guys know that I'm still alive and kicking. I'm recuperating from that first winter cold, and I'm still tracking data for the PHEV. So let me know what you guys think about a collaboration with Andy from Australia. And we'll catch you guys shortly in another upcoming PHEV video.